Sit back, relax. Try to maintain your composure. You are about to become connected.
Welcome to the Connect podcast number 34. That's number 34. We're 34 ways into being alright at this, so hang around and you might learn something interesting. We were terrible to start with, but we've suddenly gotten better. Suddenly.
Have we?
After 34 visits to the microphone. Yeah, I think we're fucking better. Yeah, well, fuck them. If we're not, then they'll just have to deal with it.
Maybe people can tell us, how much we sucked before and how much we maybe suck a bit less now. Yeah. But I reckon we probably have a bit of confidence and we talk a bit better now.
Yeah, people just don't like us so much, I don't think. I think they listen to us to spite us.
They're just jealous.
Yeah, they're jealous. And they listen to us.
We're so awesome.
Just with green with
Makes
envy.
Makes them feel shit about themselves when they listen to us.
Yeah,
like, oh my god.
Just green with envy. Like we're the we're the people that make them fucking pick their shit up and get going in life and just stop sitting around on the couch like a fat slob. You're fat.
And by the way, Shaun farted in your face just then. So.
I did not. I did. The microphone was not on. It was.
He farted on the
mere bystander.
Deliberately.
Yeah. We're here today to talk about a few things that are happening in the world at the moment. But no, really, if this is about, unfortunately, I know you're all going to get really upset and possibly even shed a tear or weep slightly from some orifice in your body. But we're actually me and Tess. The Connect itself is physically splitting up. We're not splitting up in any sense of what the Connect is all about or what we're going to be doing to contribute to the Connect, but as of the actual podcast, a physical us in the same room talking to each other about issues and that sort of thing. We won't be doing that we'll be doing it in a couple more months.
It's our physical selves and our lives that are going to be diverging. So our online selves are going to obviously remain the same, and we're going to try and continue the podcasting as much as possible. So maybe we'll get to a point where you can't even tell the difference that we're no longer in the room together, because we might do podcasts via Skype, and it might, sound like we're in the same room.
But anyway, so
either way, we're going to be doing different things in our lives, and so we might have a bit more interesting shit to say to each other.
Well, Tess is going to Spain to teach English, and I'm not. So, that's basically where that stands, and that's why we're splitting up. And so she'll be there for about a year. But I will go over an exciting part of that is that I've got a trip booked to go and see Tess for about 5 weeks in December, and December of 2013, and we're going to do a bit of travelling, and we'll be starting to do a few video podcasts, and maybe even a couple of mini documentaries there in a couple of different countries. I suppose we'll definitely do a mini documentary in Spain, especially
Portugal?
around Portugal. Maybe Portugal. No, Portugal's really the time we're going to get fucked up. Spain is more cultural and drink some wine and enjoy the culture and really talk about the lifestyle of people there. Yeah. Portugal is time to get fucking wasted. Yeah. And then we're going to go over to Israel and Jordan. So we're going to do a bit of podcasting there and add a little bit of documentary making. Definitely a documentary of Israel and like sort of the general vibe of what the fuck's going on over there. I mean, these poor bastards, have to live well. Some call them poor, some call them aggressive fucking warmongering motherfuckers. But no, look, I'm really interested to think. I think it's a very extremely unique part of the world and the history that they've had and especially Jordan as well. I mean, talking about history, like that's about as historical as you get a country. So
Jerusalem and stuff is obviously plenty of history there.
Yeah, we'll be in Bethlehem, Bethlehem on Christmas Day. Not that means much to people in Bethlehem because they're all 74% of them are Jews, so they don't really celebrate that sort of shit. But it'll still be significant in some way or another.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure that like they'll have some huge sort of like event
there might be something on. Yeah,
I think we should Google it. I'm sure that
I'm sure, fucking surely.
No, they do. I know they do.
But they don't celebrate Christmas, so.
They do celebrate Christmas
do they
there. Yeah,
they just
Christians
don't give.
in Israel.
No, but there's only like fucking 5% of them.
Well, they do.
74% of people in Israel are Jewish.
But you know what? You get so many pilgrims coming though. Like it's not just the locals.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the pilgrimage.
So I think it's going to be really big. I think we'll be part of a huge festival of some sort.
Yeah, I hope so. No, but that's why we're going. We really want to feel the energy and experience. We're not religious in any way, shape, or form, but we just go to places to experience culture and.
Mm-hmm. I want to know why people are the way they are. So I like going to places like that and figure out what the fuck this place is. Yeah,
I'll have to do a midnight mass and a few things like that. But no, look, we're really looking forward to that. So that's probably when the Connect will, the audio and the audio visual will kick up again. But as of this podcast on, will probably mainly just be we might do some
separate stuff,
separate video podcasting, like just video blogs or something like that on the Connect YouTube channel. I wanted to get into that. I think that's interesting, like bringing up just news stories and talking about them and that sort of thing. Stories, obviously, that people don't get in their mainstream.
Yeah.
Like that Syria thing, the Syria thing happening in Syria at the moment, that's perfect. You can bring up like 10 articles that people would not have a clue about and talk about that shit for hours, and it's so fucking interesting because, what we are told on the mainstream, like on the rectangle box inside everyone's living room, compared to the actual information out there in relation to the Russian government or the Israeli government or the American government or the Australian government, even the underground information that you can get pro war, negative war, fucking anything to do with that, is just not what the TV wants to tell you. They just want to keep you in the dark about a lot of stuff. And it's really interesting to see how different countries react to each other when it comes to a particular situation like this.
Like the Syria situation?
Yeah, the Syria situation.
So, you mean like looking at the different news sources from different countries and seeing how they...
Big time, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really heard much from anyone except for Russia, the US and here.
Right.
And obviously we know what France and the UK decided, but I haven't been reading... Have you been reading...
But that's what I'm saying. Like the talk from the people and the newspapers that decide to report on how the people are feeling. And, you see those YouTube channels that just go around interviewing people in the US or interviewing people in fucking Syria or interviewing people in Russia or this or that. You just don't get that sort of information on the TV, and rightfully so. Whatever, you have to look for it. But it's interesting to understand all the covert shit, the CIA shit, and all that sort of stuff. Just before I pulled up Facebook, and that's where I get most of my information now. Facebook, as long as the sources are reliable. But that's the thing I do now. Seeing that I get so much information streamed at me so fast, I don't believe anything until I've seen it like 5-6 times.
Like different Facebook pages?
Yeah. Until I see like a multitude of that information around the same thing. Yeah. I might go, oh, that's interesting. And then I'll make a mental note of it, and then I'll see it again, and I'll see it again, and I'll see it again, and I'll be, oh, okay, now.
Yeah, because it kind of suggests that more people have accepted it into their truth.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
well, when you're dealing with the internet, it's pretty much... It's just impossible to sift through the maze of information and try and figure out what's true or not. And I don't have the time to go and go to all the links from all the sources and try and figure out, and read the original quote, read the original. That stuff is so tiring, so I think, I know that it's important to find credible stuff, but I think that that's a good way, what you said before, to try and sort of just go, okay, cool. Well, that's, this idea, yes, the fact that it's gone mainstream online and everyone's talking about it, doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but it gives me more credibility. It gives me more faith in the fact that it might be something.
Well, first thing is first. first thing is first is that you got to add yourself to a numerous amount of different underground and mainstream news stations, and then then when you get these feeds through, like of Al Jazeera and RT and fucking BBC and CNN, and then like news.net and then news.com.au, and then all these like sort of underground ones, Crikey in Australia, all this sort of stuff. And then you see the feed come through, and then you understand, you go, well, the BBC, they're going to be pro this. And then, CNN are going to be negative that, and then that going to be negative that. And then you read it, and you can see a consistent pattern with whatever news story. It could be about fucking religion, it could be about politics, it could be about anything. But countries, these particular news people's... news companies' prerogative towards different regimes, different stories, and different people, and then that gives you this overwhelming sort of understanding of the world more so than what other people would have. Like when you're willing to look at multiple different sources. If people who watched Fox, okay, if they had a fucking inch of intelligence in them, if they were open to watching a number of other different news stations, I can guarantee you, given X amount of time it takes, they would eventually think Fox is fucked. If you have any sort of intelligence about you, and I'm not saying that because that's my opinion, I'm just saying, when you look at what Fox puts up compared to what everyone else puts up, then you're like, these guys are fucked. These guys are fucking propagandists, and they're fucking like just trying to push their influence on fucking society for the corporations and for the government and all this sort of shit. They're not... displaying correct news. And they're displaying their opinions on the news.
Not only that, the way that they present it is just like a drama, and it's so like it's all just acted out and
like Obama's speech. Like Obama's speech on Syria. I don't know if anyone saw that. Look it up on YouTube, guys.
I'm so sick of them just appealing to like
the dying babies. The father with the dying babies in his arm. I can't believe you guys are going to let this happen.
I'm so sick of that. Like, can't you just give us a bit more credit and speak to us in fact, and not just try and appeal to our only, our emotional and like our dramatistic side.
He is just a fucking presidential cunt. Like, that's what he is. What a fucking absolute piece of shit. Like, how dare he? Like, say, there's been 1,300 people, half of them died in their fucking sleep. Sure, some kids died. Right.
We don't even know those numbers are right anyway.
We don't even know if they're right.
No. The part that pissed me off the most is when he's talking about chemical weapons being used and how, and how they got Syria are thinking of joining the, Chemical Weapons Convention, which forbids the use of chemical weapons around the world. Are you a member of that fucking convention, Obama? Because you use chemical weapons in every single attack that you make. And oh my god,
there was this guy. Get this. Now, he's condemning Syria, or apparently, allegedly, Assad using, because it's still fucking alleged. Let everyone understand that. There was a UN head of the UN, what was it? And someone high up in the UN, he said that during the occupation of Iraq, that through the use of America's depleted uranium, which they don't even need to use, they just use it because it's a bit more effective on tanks. Through America, which has a lifespan of like 4 billion years, about as long as a planet, old as a planet. He said that birth defects from the uranium have gone up something like 5,000%. He said
500%.
No, 5,000%. Like he was saying that fucking, hold on, let me get this right, that through the use of depleted uranium in a lot of the areas where it was in Iraq, that they have actually changed the genetic structure of a whole generation of people, a whole country of people, because they didn't just kill people, they've actually changed the genetic code of those people, because when they reproduce, then those traits are going to be passed on, so on and so forth. So for a whole country, America actually changed the genetic makeup of the whole fucking country. Like, and you're fucking telling me, and this is not genetic like, Wolverine mutants, they're going to turn into fucking superpowers who can change the world with their fucking, superhuman strength. No, they're fucking going to be retarded retarded and fucking, deformed and, like, have terminal fucking diseases their whole life and, it fucking makes me absolutely sick that he can stand up there and there isn't just a fucking absolute, like, whitewash of the public just out in the streets going, you're a fucking piece of shit. And it's because they don't know, and it's because no one looks for different media.
If people only knew that, if America knew what Obama did in Iraq with the chemicals, and not just Iraq, but Vietnam and all those places.
What Israel did with the chemicals in Gaza Strip.
They could not have listened to his speech and not vomited. No. Seriously.
The whole time I was fucking just clenching my teeth and clenching my fist and just going...
I was at the gym and I was just,
I stopped at work.
I was like, you fucking
I got the update. I got the update by Fox. Fox sent me a notification saying, speech live now. So I was like, I'm watching that. And then I was like, the rest of the day I was just disgusted. I was like, I can't believe with the information that we have at our disposal today, at our... beck and call whenever we want, that we allow these motherfuckers to fucking talk about this shit. Like, I mean, I'm just trying to put myself in the position of some sort of, official in Russia or something, and because it's, it's still sort of under the table, US versus Russia, this whole situation. I know Russia's not any better, and Russia, they fucking killed half the people in that theatre when those terrorists were in that. I don't even like using that word. When those Chechen rebels were in the theatre, took everyone hostage, saying to Putin, if you don't release all these people that you've got in jail, then we're going to kill everyone in the theatre. So Putin's did the Russian way. He just fucking absolutely gassed the fuck out of the theatre, killed fucking half the people in the theatre, all the babies and the terrorists. Yeah, killed them too. Yeah, killed them all. But that's the way they do things. They're like, well, sorry guys, wrong place, wrong time. I just think of the other officials who actually, and the people around the world who actually know shit. Sort of like, I'm going to put my hand up, and I know exactly, because I found out exactly how sarin gas works. Sarin nerve gas. What it does is it constricts your muscles. It constricts your muscles in your body, so you sort of tense up. But because your lungs are a muscle, when you breathe out, it sort of tenses your muscles so you can't get any more air in. So you suffocate. I can fucking bet you $10 to every one of your dollars that I would rather suffocate to fucking death, hopefully in my sleep like half of them did, or that rather than get a bomb, a drone strike, a drone fly over me and fucking bomb me from above, and hopefully I die in one hit and don't get my arm blown off.
I understand the whole thing about chemical weapons that last a long time and they fuck up the environment and they fuck up genetic codes of the population, but I don't get what the big deal is about it. If with sarin gas, you give exactly what you just said.
No. Those you actually just suffocate. You sort of seize up. You seize up and suffocate. Plenty of ways
to die in war, and they all seem pretty fucking horrific. I don't know why we're so against dying like that, which seems more pleasant.
I would rather that.
Yeah, it seems more pleasant than being in the trenches in World War One and having to all the bombing. There's just a horrific.
We do understand. We do understand that it was just this. It was just a little fucking, post-it note that America could have gone on. You know what I mean? They just needed something. And here's where it gets into they just needed something to grab hold of that they could run with. And here's where it gets into sort of at the moment, the underground news sources alleged sort of conspiracies is sort of the evidence from what my TV tells me points directly to the Assad regime. The evidence which the internet tells me points directly to the rebels, which are backed by the CIA and the Americans. Okay, and so this is where the clincher comes, and this is why 9% of Americans, well, this isn't why, but, this is a part of a reason why 9% of Americans, only 9% wanted to actually intervene militarily into Syria. Because they don't believe what the fucking government is telling them anymore. They just fuck you,
Which is a pretty amazing turning point to have. I'm surprised that it's actually like that now. I thought that America was just going to keep running with it and keep trusting.
Well, they did. They gave it a shot. And then Obama had to go on, and he's still talking it up. When he did that speech the other day, he's still talking the talk, but he's had to back because he realises the fucking Congress doesn't want it, UK doesn't want it. When the UK's off his side, France backed out. Every single country backed out. You got this fucking muppet, big-eared hobbit fucking cunt that just got into being the Prime Minister of Australia, and he rung up Obama straight away, and apparently said, "We're backing you. We want to go in with you." Yeah, Tony Abbott. He rings him up.
He said to us, Tony Abbott said to the public that well, there's no point us doing
it. But as soon as he got in power, he rang up at fucking Obama and he said, "Australia backs you and we can help out any way we want, any way you want us to. Given no UN resolution, no nothing. It doesn't matter. We'll back you the fuck." Like, you know, like a good little Australian does with America. You know what I mean?
Thanks for asking me.
Yeah, I know. But I'm all about who gives a fuck what Australia can do and what can't do in military and sense.
Well, it's not going to be me or my sons or my daughters.
I want to know what the fuck America and Australia. I hope no one from the Australian Federal Police listens to this podcast because we're going to die. I want to know what they're doing in Pine Gap. If anyone doesn't know what Pine Gap is, it's like this. It's military sort of base, but it's where a lot of people say it's sort of the NSA of Australia. It's where because America has to fucking
store their shit.
Correlate, has to intercept a lot of the things from Australia. Has intercept a lot of the signals and communications. Apparently it's very productive when it comes to what's happening over in China too. Australia's a little bit fucking, closer or better aligned or something. So, there's this place called Pine Gap. It's a fairly heavily fucking...
In Alice Springs?
Yeah, in Alice Springs. It's fairly heavily grown. And that's why a lot of people say that they put American military up there because they're protecting it and all this sort of stuff. And, that's why there's, 3,000, 2,000 American troops on our soil, armed. At the moment,
Was it America have 800 or something bases around the world? That's so many.
Yeah.
What the fuck? They're an empire.
Yeah, but the Syrian situation is interesting, and it's almost like because when you read into something that much and you try and find out as much information you can, you're almost like, just fucking someone do something. You know what I mean? Like, someone bomb someone, just get it over and done with, you motherfuckers. Like, I know, obviously I don't want that, but it gets hectic after a while having to endure so much bullshit. Because that's what it is. You were just enduring bullshit all day long. That, here's the right, here's the wrong. Everyone's trying to fucking use all these fancy words, descriptions, and information to tell you why the wrong thing is right. And you're like, no, less people die, not more people. If you fucking send, the old shock and awe, we're going to do precise military laser-guided fucking bombs in Iraq. We know we're very good at this. We know the targets. I think they killed fucking 300,000 civilians in the first week, and just bombing them, just fucking, pinpoint accuracy, fucking cruise missiles, pinprick accuracy.
That's so
fucking cruise missiles. And then if I was America, I'd be like, hold on, because if you've been to America, I was over there last year, and it's like that place is fucking falling down around people's ears. The roads are fucked. The fucking buildings are falling down. Everything, infrastructure is fucked. The whole place is fucked. Every time one of these cruise missiles fucking launches, it's $1.43 million. That is taxpayers' money. I was like, what the fuck do you guys get out of that? That's why you keep hearing American government go, it's for our safety. We need to control the situation in Syria and Afghanistan and Iraq for our safety. And but
the shitty roads, the shitty health, everything, that is also a detriment to their safety.
Yeah, but
that's a direct detriment to their safety. It's actually happening now.
I know,
it's not a hypothetical.
Obviously,
that's not a hypothetical risk or a problem. That's actually happening. It's just
1.43 million. Can you imagine the defense contractor? They're going, come on, Obama, we got this new fucking model of missile out the back here. We really want to get this baby off the shelf. It's really good at fucking blowing shit up, But, you got this stockpile of all this shit over here, You guys need to do some bombing and fast because we'll give you a deal on this shit over here. Like, can you imagine if someone's actually saying that? We'll give you a fucking deal. You need to bomb the fuck out of someone real fast. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like... It's crazy. Yeah, fucking psychopaths. So we're run by psychopaths. And anyone that tries to justify war, anyone at all, like, for whatever reason, until it's like automatic self-defense, like as in another army has come into your country. Not a plane has flown into a building. Another army has come into your country and has started taking over a direct threat.
They need to act in self-defense only, not in like some sort of hypothetical strategic act, which is just...
I saw a news article today saying, Pakistan government says that Osama bin Laden, they can prove Osama bin Laden died of liver disease. They say, they've got documents saying that...
He's in the ocean now.
Yeah, well, I don't know, is he in the ocean? I don't know, I wasn't there when they dropped him in. And like, all of that SEAL Team 6 that fucking killed him is dead. Like, and amazingly... chopper accidents and man, I reckon the CIA is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I reckon those guys are like absolute like nutters, like absolute fucking nutters. Like can you imagine them? Like another article I just saw before, like America now after this democratic resolution of this Syria crisis, like basically America has to do what Russia says, like pretty much. Like Russia said, okay, we'll get Syria to sign, we'll get Assad to sign this, you have to hand all your chemical weapons over, and so basically, Russia won, and America doesn't like that. So CIA is just overtly, like, just on massive amounts now, and only in the past sort of couple of days, just arming the rebels to the teeth, like, just fucking sending over massive amounts of fucking...
Why?
Because they lost. Because they lost. Russia beat America, and the CIA are like, well, fuck that. We're going to have to fucking do this the old-fashioned way and give the fucking terrorists weapons so that they can take the fucking regime.
But that's what America are backing them as well.
No, but I'm just saying, no, America are backing the rebels.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would Russia arm the rebels as well, then?
No. CIA is arming the rebels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, massively now, like...
They're just an organised crime unit that actually do whatever they want, and they are completely immune to law.
Yeah, definitely.
And anything. It's mental.
Yeah,
I don't know how we put myself...
I watch Homeland. Homeland's actually pretty good now. Like, I'm towards the end of the second season, now I can't stop. I'll have to watch another episode tonight. But, like, those sort of CIA... they're CIA. Yeah, those CIA agents are like... If they were the actual CIA agents... Because Homeland's about they're trying to actually stop a terrorist threat, and, like, the threat is imminent. They know it's there. They're finding out... They're really rushing to find out because they don't want people to die and all this sort of shit. So it's all like... You wish that the way the world was, but really that's not it.
Well, maybe it is.
Maybe
Obama actually has some sort of information where he actually it would be better if we bombed Syria.
Well, I think, see, it's funny that, because I always think of these things and I always think like, I don't know, has there ever been a fucking, some sort of terrorist attack that hasn't had a conspiracy linked to an inside job of, like, the CIA attached to it?
Yeah.
Has there ever been one? I'm sure there is fucking terrorist groups out there, but do they have the capabilities? Do they have the capabilities? Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, great. No, there's no conspiracy with that. They actually went into the nightclub and blew the fuck out of it. And probably rightfully so, because if you've ever been to Bali and you see the way Australians treat them and their culture, I'd blow the fuck out of us too. You know what I mean? But, like, have you ever, like, you've got all this, the start of Vietnam was like the Gulf of Tonkin, like, they fucking, Pearl Harbor, they said they knew about Pearl Harbor and they let it happen so America could be drawn to war. They fucking, all these, and like, 9/11, we don't even need to fucking go into that. Like, Operation Northwoods, with how the CIA was going to fly planes into a building in Miami, so that they could blame it on Cuba and go to war with Russia and Cuba during the Cold War. Like, I mean, you've got just one after the other, and like all these terrorist threats. I'm not saying all the terrorist threats that happen in Afghanistan and Iraq and all that, they're all legit. Like, they're fucking blowing them up. And I'm sure if these terrorists could organise something in a fucking way. But see, I don't even know. Would they go over to America and do it? I'm not sure. Would they? It looks like they're all only just got these really internal struggles. Looks like they're only, got struggles like with themselves or like get out of my country sort of thing. It's not, to me, it's not so much like, I'm here to aggressively fucking bomb the shit out of you in your home country. Like, I'm going to come over to America and I'm going to fuck you up. Like, that doesn't seem to me like their MO. Their MO is, America, you're occupying my fucking country, get the fuck out of my country, and I'm going to do whatever it takes, whether it means I need to strap a bomb to a child or whatever. Like, you're not going to beat me and I'm never going to stop. Yeah. Get the fuck out of my country. Yeah, And that's all. That's what it seems to be, but that's unacceptable.
Well, because they're not trying to go and acquire America's land and resources.
No, fuck no.
Like, that's not what their intentions are. They're just trying to scare them and send a message.
They're literally, and like I said, I just don't even know. I was thinking this the other day on the way to work. I was like, I don't even know if this is the sort of shit we think about on our way to work. I don't even really know of a terrorist attack where it's been legit. Like, these people have gone to another country and they've fucking bombed it, and there was a bombing in once again, there we go. There was a bombing in Heathrow, was it Heathrow? Or one of the London airports, out the front.
The train one in
London. No, the train one, once again, just like the Boston bombing. Fucking, once again, there was a training drill set up with police stationed ready when the bomb went off. Then just so happened to be that the police were having, and the special bomb squad was having a training drill outside of the fucking... Like, I mean, every single thing, you're like, the Boston bombing, I don't even need to get into that if you don't know, the how ridiculous, like, the Boston bombing looked.
I thought that was going to be the end of this whole thing.
Surely.
I really thought that the whole world would just go, oh my god, America have revealed themselves as liars.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But time changes and things move on. We are too entertained as general members of the public with our TVs and our computers and our video games and our fucking alcohol and our weekends and our, make sure that you fucking doing your 50 hours of work a week, so when you get home you're exhausted and you have no time to question.
Right, it's like my life is too comfortable. I've realised my government's shit and they lie to me, but my life's too comfortable for me to get up and change it. So people know that it's fucked, but it's not fucked enough.
It's not fucked enough. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah,
It's have to get worse.
Yeah. But that is crazy when you think of that. Like, me as a free thinking adult, as someone who tries to look for what's legitimate and what's not.
Mineral water.
Yeah, what's legitimate and what's not. Ugh. The vast majority of things that have happened as terrorist attacks throughout the world. To me, the facts haven't added up enough, or I've had too much conflicting information with what the government's actually told me about it, for me to
accept it.
Yeah, accept the reality of what they want me to believe.
Yeah. It's the use of that. It sounds so fresh, doesn't it, everyone? Don't you wish you had a cup of mineral water?
Fuck, I hope we don't go to Israel and then get fucking assassinated, because I listen to all these podcasts and then we just turn up in Israel and then they just take us.
Anyone cares about our stupid podcasts?
No. That's alright.
No, we'll be fine.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder what we're going to do.
Well, I know what we're going to do.
Well, I keep thinking, isn't there a threat of Israel being attacked?
Definitely.
So we could possibly be in the midst of it. That'd be fun.
Well, stay tuned because the Connect's going to get fucking real. Fucking real after that. That'd be awesome. But, yeah. Oh, well.
Sorry, I'm a bit.
Sorry. I just want to let everyone know what we're doing, and I wanted to just have a chat about the serious situation. And just don't worry, we're still around. If you need to find us, please go to the Connect Facebook page, the Connect podcast. That's the actual name in the Facebook page. Go to the Connect podcast. You'll get hourly updates of things going on, anything, any added extra bits of information, and a few of our philosophies and that sort of thing.
Hopefully, from once I get to Spain, you'll sort of have more of a rounded view of the world. So you'll have Spanish point of view, and coming to you at the opposite time that Shaun will be posting. I'll be posting at night when he's in the day. And
I post
24-hour Connect.
24-hour Connect. That's right. So it'll be good. So. Stay tuned, and thanks for all your support and everything that you've done for us, and however long. I don't know. It's been a slow start, guys, and like you can imagine, any of these sort of little movements that people start, people need to find their feet and really get their information right, and get their heads together with where they want to be and what they want to do, especially when there's two people involved. And I think we're getting there, and soon be big and better things.
What we're doing is, we're sort of, when I decided to go to Spain, we were wondering, why? What's this going to mean for the Connect? But we're just going to go, we've established the basics now. We've got the basics in podcasting. We've got the basics in general knowledge about what's going on. We're sort of building up a Facebook audience now. So now, we're just going to separate for a while. We're going to go and expand our worlds even more. Go and get skillful in different things. Just, go and do a bit more stuff. And when we get back together again, we'll have a whole new wealth of knowledge to share with each other, and a whole more bigger platform to work from, and we'll be able to make better quality videos now that we're ready for it. We'll even have an audience to send it to.